taurine benefits for health, but I also see bodybuilders use it. So tell us more about it.
Consider subscribing, hit that notification bell, and you'll be on your way.
Yeah, taurine is interesting because it's really, really touted heavily by the International Society of Sports Nutrition, which I'm boarded in sports nutrition through ISSN, ISSN, and they really, really tout it highly. So I delved into it a little more. You find L-taurine in a lot of supplements, sports drinks, and so forth,
Yeah.
or pre-workout or post-workout mixes, L-taurine. You look at what is that? So again, I had to get in my books a little more to really delve into L-taurine, because I wasn't as well versed on it as I am in 5-HTP. But I found out that it's one of the body's most abundant tissue-specific and natural antioxidants. The common uses put forward by the ISSN, the International Society of Sports Nutrition, they use it to increase energy. Henceforth, it's in energy drinks, pre-workout drinks. It's used to minimize fatigue, and that's important when you're fighting DOMs or fatigue in the gym to push through more reps. It's an insulin mimetic, so it makes the body more prone to be responsive to insulin if there's any type of insulin resistance, and it also increases protein synthesis. So, you and I want to get the most out of our training. I mean, these are good things. Increases energy, decreases fatigue, and increases protein synthesis, or therefore muscle accretion. Now, it's not a classical amino acid by definition. They call it a beta amino acid. It's also the most abundant free amino acid in excitable tissues, meaning muscle, heart, and brain. It's synthesized in the liver from cysteine and methionine. I did find out through my research that exercise, oxidative stress, and low vitamin B6 will decrease the body's supply of taurine. Again, exercise, oxidative stress, and low vitamin B6 will decrease your body's ability to manufacture and store taurine. Strangely enough, choline, the supplement choline, increases taurine supplies in the body. It modulates neuronal excitability, and it's a cell membrane stabilizer. Now, I mentioned it's very important for exercising muscle. I found out through my research through the ISSN textbooks that's very similar somewhat to creatine. It has cell voluminization, it has buffering capacity to the cytosol, therefore you can push harder with your workout and resist DOMs, delayed onset muscle soreness. But the interesting thing they did, the ISSN did, they experimented with taurine in rats, I believe. No, I'm sorry, mice. And they knocked out the receptors for taurine in these mice. And exercise capacity in these mice, when you knock out the taurine receptors, was reduced by greater than 80%. So that tells you a lot. If you knock out the receptors, and that was make it so that these mice can't utilize taurine, their exercise capacity is diminished by over 80%. So that's why the ISSN looks into it, likes it, and researches it heavily, because they find it to be a favorite of theirs when it comes to sports nutrition. And lastly, it attenuates DOMs. Remember DOMs, delayed onset muscle soreness, which is also important. So it's very similar to creatine monohydrate in that regard, but it also helps regulate body heat. So if you think about that, there could be a use in it to mitigate the chances of heat exhaustion or heat stroke when you're exercising in hot ambient environments.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And anything about dosing? I found 500 milligrams to be the regular dose.
Didn't mention that. Thanks for I didn't mention that. I'm remiss on my part. Yeah, it varies, but most of the dosing I found in the sports supplement manuals and in my naturopathic texts were right around 500 milligrams. It's a good place to start. Didn't say divided or single dose, but 500 milligrams as a dose I would imagine pre-workout would be your best bet as a starting point. 500 milligrams. Then you could taper it down or up to effect.